Commissioner Cater.
Here.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Here,
Commissioner Buckley.
Here.
There's a quorum present.
as you wish. Please stand for the pledge and the salute. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Clerk?
Dear Lord, here at the first of the year, we ask that you help us to focus on you throughout this year. The love that you give us, all the things that you give to our families and our lives, we ask that we keep that in mind throughout the year. We ask that you give us wisdom and guidance to make decisions today, and we all do this in your Son's name, Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Consent agenda is on the board. Ms. Buckley, motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve the consent agenda.
Second?
I'll second.
Any questions? Yes, sir.
Concerning the appointment for Nick Jones at $15 an hour, how many hours will that be?
Part-time, so it's limited to 1,000.
To 1,000?
600.
Part-time.
Is it 600 or 1,000? Or we have to start paying?
No, it's, pretty sure it's 1,000.
Part-time is $9.99.
It's under that.
It's under 1,000,
I think it's right under
Has
1,000.
that changed?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
Right under
Well,
1,000.
it's on part-time basis.
So
That limits that.
who monitors and approves the hours?
Who does he turn that into? Payroll.
Well, the commission will be the ones that approve the, his time. So he'll send it in to us.
And payroll will let us know when he approaches the limit. Okay, any other questions? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
All right, thank you. And we got a couple, and by the way, welcome to 2026, to the first meeting of the quarter. And so that means we've got a couple of vacation issues. The first one is on Mitchell Road. Been going for the 90 days. No complaints, is that correct?
Yeah, no complaints, and this was actually, who brought this forward was Karen Pippin. Sean Lincoln represented him, and what it is, it's 330 Mitchell Road and 5378 Mitchell Pass, which Mitchell Road's in the front, Mitchell Pass is on the side, and it's just an alleyway through there. Let's see, here's Mitchell Pass, that's Mitchell Road, and here's what we're vacating right here. So half of this will go to this property and half will go to this property. And I'm gonna make a motion that we approve that vacate because Brian, I don't think you've heard anything. We haven't had any issues with signs out there. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a motion to approve the vacate.
I'll second that.
Any questions? All in favor of vacating this property, say aye.
Aye.
Now, Eric, what is the process to get this in the records?
There'll have to be a deed for it.
Who does that?
The property.
The property owner will have to get deed wrote.
So I need to go ahead and call them and tell them to go ahead.
Start the process and
Start the
they'll
process.
have the, go to recorder's office, have recorder's office.
Okay. So that's the process, okay. That's done. Now we want to consider another property. This is the Logan Comfort property. And he owns all of these three pieces. And this is my drawing, and I'm sorry about the lines being so crooked. But it'll be a narrow alleyway like that one here. And so, motion to approve this vacation request.
Is this the?
Well, what we'll have to do, we'll have to put the signs up. We'll start it at this quarter.
Approve the request.
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we approve the request.
90-day process. So,
I'll second that.
get this moving. So it'll be April 6th before this is finalized.
Gotcha.
Brian, you know what you gotta do here. You have to go out and put signs up.
Okay, did I get a motion and a second?
Yes.
Okay, any questions? Yes, Rich?
In both of these instances, I got to imagine that none of this has ever been put on the county's mileage of roads that need to be maintained.
No.
So they've never been maintained.
No.
And so there's no really subtraction of what Road and Bridge has to handle.
Right, you can see that there's no traffic here, the trees are up and all that. And it's just never But many years ago, when they set up this property, they allowed for alleyways.
And they platted for it and all.
So
And
now if this guy wants to loan, ask to get a bid, loan or whatever, to build or whatever, it's difficult with that alleyway in there. That's why they want the alleyways removed.
Thank you.
This one here, Rich, will be easier because he owns all the properties. And normally what it does on the road,
Sure.
whatever property, it splits in the middle, so it goes to each side. He already owns it all, so it'll all go to him.
Okay, any other questions? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Thank you. Bid opening, this is for uniforms. And how many do you have?
2.
Okay. This is the public opening of bids as required, and we won't act on this today. It'll be put on down here for visibility, for view. You can come up and take pictures of the bids.
Anybody from Festus here? Festus Uniforms. There's their bill.
Okay, that's one. Who's this from?
Clean.
Okay, you wanna come up, yeah, you wanna come up and photograph the other bid?
Yes. Dirties couldn't make it.
Now, you're not allowed to alter any bids.
let me just take that with
Oops,
What was the first one, Kevin?
it's Festus.
That's the old,
Okay,
but it's best.
okay, now, you guys will collect those bids between the auditors and the clerk.
We're ready.
And now we're opening for, Alsbury Bridge bid.
1.
One bid. Who's the front?
Property numbers.
They're no good, so we
I've
just
heard
throw it
about
out.
it. I've heard about it.
There isn't anybody here that wants to look at that? Okay, we'll take it under advisement.
Nobody else. Okay. Thank you, Colin, for the.
So obviously your bid should have been a little higher.
Yeah.
Hey.
So the question is, how much did you leave on the table?
Hey, correct that.
I was with your predecessor one time when he left 400,000 on the table when it was over bid. And he was like, happy to get it, but going, oh.
The vomit feeling never leaves you.
Okay. Okay, now that's all the bid openings and RFQ request opening.
I have 3. Smith and Company, Cochran, and Great River Engineering.
There's a box where it's got treats in it.
Oh, yeah.
There's a
Living on
box
rock.
somewhere that's got treats in it.
We need you.
Serve cookies and
On
stuff.
copies, and I know you're gonna go over them and stuff, but I'll put them here, but just take them afterwards and look there.
I don't know, does that qualify for sealed?
Oh, well, she had to cut the seal off of it. It had a seal on it.
Just checking. Okay, and that sounds all the bid openings, all that, okay. Moving along, and thank you. Employee transfer, Dana Jenkins will be planning her retirement. And so, I'm very happy with, the way Eric and, Parks have worked to.
Avoid eye contact over there, but.
Keep
looking this way.
Set it off the side of the road. But, they're moving a lady out of Eric's office, and so she can train with Dana in this transition time. So, make a motion to, or,
You wanna-
yes.
Corey wanted me to add on here as well. I know we've done with the other ones. We'd like to do a probation period with this as well for this year to see how she does with this, but possibly move, start off as a deputy 2, but possibly go up to a grade 6 throughout the year, which that'll be, proposed to you guys to approve later on. So, what do we usually do, 90 day to 6 month period?
That's the intention,
Yeah,
is that
that's
you
right.
move
Just
her
go
up
ahead
as
and-
No, we're
service
not
level.
talking
Not
about
saying that-
benefits or anything like
No,
that.
I'm not saying that it will, just, I'd like to go ahead and get
See if
that
it works
approved,
out.
so that way later on down the road, we can have that in the minutes.
That is your intention, but they're not
Yes.
putting that in it today.
Absolutely, yeah,
because
just
we
have
have
it
to
down the
vote
road.
on her later.
Okay, but
Say that later.
how does that affect, well, the next item calls for him to have permission to hire her replacement. How does this affect that?
Nothing at all?
No, this would
Nope.
just be in my office that 6 months down the road, if we feel like her probation period is going very well, maybe possibly moving her to that position.
Okay.
Moving her up from
Okay,
like
moving
grade
her
2
up
to
and not
6.
out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, do you think you're gonna get any strokes at all from, the assessor in the future?
Oh, no.
Again, I'm gonna keep looking up forward.
You'll be reassessed about once a week.
I make a motion, we do, allow the, employee transfer.
Okay, and.
Second.
What is Dana's retirement plan?
I haven't got an exact date yet, sometime in March or April in there.
Okay, so you got 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, and that, with our office, thankfully you guys are allowing us to be able to bring Michelle on while Dana's here, because in our office, we have a lot of quarterly stuff, end of the year stuff. Sometimes that, some duties that we just see once a year, so that's why it's nice to be able to let her see a whole quarter with us of training with Dana, which obviously it's sad when Dana does retire, I think, not just for my office, but for a lot of offices in this county, she helps out a lot of offices. 33 years of hard work and experience here, it's gonna be gone, so, I am thankful that you guys are allowed, to have Michelle in there for a couple months to be trained by Dana.
Sounds like a podcast, Training with Dana.
Absolutely, could be something.
I see a suspicious thing here. Springtime, golf course.
Yeah, there might be something with that.
Let me think about that.
33 years, she deserves all the golf
Yeah.
shots.
She does. We
All right.
will truly miss Dana. We will.
Did I get the motion second?
Yes, all
Yes.
right, you just need.
Okay. Any questions? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Thank you.
Sorry, Eric.
Now, we'll talk about that vacant position
Okay.
that Michelle left in the assessor's office. So, now, Eric, do you have somebody in mind for this, or?
No, we don't.
You wanna post it then?
Right.
Okay, so permission to post for the vacant position. Now, I happen to know that you already have 1 vacant position.
Correct.
And this will, if we don't do this, this will leave 2 positions vacant in your office. Okay.
Well-
Motion?
I make a motion, we give permission to fill the vacant position for the assessor's office effective, 1/16/2026.
Second.
Okay, that effective date now,
Is that-
you wanna go ahead and post it, right?
Yes,
You wanna hire by that date, is that what you're saying?
that's optimal, but I
If
have.
possible. Okay.
I mean, we're willing to work, I mean, with the assessors, we want to make sure.
Oh,
We
trying to
wanted to
get
make sure to
good
give
now.
plenty of time for them, but if for some reason they're slant, I mean, we're willing to work with that, we want to keep Michelle here, but if she needs to, you guys get that filled, so.
And that's a good thing about your guys, all you guys work well together, until now, but,
Until this point, yeah.
yeah, and if it's all, if we said in other positions that have moved from spot to spot in the county, hey, she can come back a couple days to help
Just to
do what
do it,
needs to be done,
yeah.
yeah.
Obviously want her up there learning as much as she can, but if it's something where you guys are too experienced.
Any questions? On favor, aye?
Aye.
Thank you. The collector wants to remove $64,000 of 2020 issues from her records. Need a promotion on that.
Okay, I'll make a motion.
Sorry, that's just
For the
reading.
collector, remove, permission to remove 2020 personal property account from collector's books of $64,977.04.
And second?
I'll second.
You notice the schools are the overwhelming amount on that. That's traditional. Okay, any other question? Rich?
I hate to ask this, but why do we care? Why is this important?
Clean the records. Get the
It's
records.
state statute mandated.
Thank you.
State statute doesn't have, see, Rich, you're confusing common sense and government, so be careful about that. Okay, any other questions? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Thank you. Now this one, I would like to put it on advisement. There are a whole lot of questions about it, we've got it, at our attorneys being reviewed. There's one issue on there that says if, the roadways aren't finished by schedule, that we owe the developer $800,000. We're talking MoDOT. Ain't no such thing as a schedule. So, you know, that's the kind of things gotta be looked at. You know, we have to pay half of the cost, but can we do a lot of the labor to pay for that instead of cash? Rich, is this the one that says you can't use, sales tax money?
Yeah, it was very confusing.
Primarily,
at
our
some
money
of
is
the-
sales tax money, so.
One section of the contract says you can use it for reimbursable expenses, and another section says you cannot for
That's why we
other
got it from the
costs.
attorney. Thank you. Okay, so if it's all right with everybody else, I would like to put this on advisement.
Yeah.
So we can take a good hard look at it, get some glitches cleaned up. Okay,
Well,
now-
the one thing on this, we have talked with the city on this, so there's kind of an agreement, that's what this is, between the county and the city for the Bray Road, for the industrial development out there. Now, what we do have to realize is that industrial development is really a great business for the county in the future.
That'd be a 7-acre
So,
building out there.
you know, what we're looking at business-wise would be the tax money there comes through the county. So any way we can work with the city to work on this, and we've done a little bit of work on it. We've got an estimated cost, what it's gonna cost, and, we need to do this quick as we can. As soon as we hear from our lawyer that this is okay, we probably need to have a quick meeting or a session to approve this.
Which is fine, I'm all about all the agreements with the city that we can ensure, but when, yeah, with, and you know, as well as the way we talked about it, this contract just has to be, there's some language that has to be cleared up, and I think that.
So what is your estimated cost to the county?
$500,000.
Half million.
And is it budgeted for this year?
Nope. Well, good question. We know our TIF, the developments, where the money, if we're gonna pay it or not, which would be the money to provide for it.
Part of the contract.
Contract estimates a $1 million cost.
Yeah, they're paying that.
Split by.
It's a
50.
joint agreement, and the plan is to have it done by the first of next year, because they're turning the lots over to the companies, and, you know, we don't wanna hold this up, you know, the least amount as we can, because they're planning on, I think by the end of 27 having this done. So, you
They
know.
haven't purchased property yet.
Right, work will begin, I think it says in, if I'm not mistaken, June or July, from what I understand.
Of 26.
Yeah.
Are there any get outs in the contract? or
That's what
is
we
it-
wanna make sure.
I was gonna say that needs to be looked at just so that we're
A
covered.
whole lot of questions.
There is a whole lot of questions, and part of it, so that the people know, is that we would immediately derive half the revenue, is that correct?
Right.
D-Rap.
Once the sales start going on?
Yes.
And then we would take the other half to pay off, not our indebtedness, but toward that indebtedness for the future until that debt is paid off, the development costs paid off.
Well,
You're
not
talking about
only
TIF
that,
now.
yeah, they've worked this similar to the way they did Rural King and them, and it's actually works out well.
Well, I just want people to know, there's some people are gonna be complaining because you're paying some of the development costs. And that's, as I've told you, I think you ought to have a policy on how much revenue has the county participate in the development costs. And then there's some people who are gonna say, well, you know, well, absolutely, let's pay it off quicker. We're gonna get some of the revenue during that period of time and then help with the development costs on the
Right.
thing, which long-term benefits us because we're gonna get money as it is. And the other thing is, you're gonna have, in my opinion, if you don't do something to get Target here, you're gonna have some women shooting you. You
Yeah.
better,
Yeah.
you know, staying in there, because that retailer plus the Academy Sports and the other ones that they're entertaining are big draws. There are some things that they're gonna cannibalize our sales tax. If we get enough, for example, Home Depot's looking at the county. If that comes, that's gonna cannibalize a lot of other business. You bring Target, Academy Sports, where people are going to St. Louis to buy their sporting goods, you are actually making the pie bigger, not just slicing it thinner. So, I mean, this is a huge deal for the county, long-term. And that's, I say that, you can't give everything away, but we need this here.
Well, we definitely don't need to drag our feet on this. We need to get the lawyer on it, get it moved.
I was at
and
Texas
be done.
Roadhouse yesterday.
Yeah.
That's one of the ones looking at, and as well as some, they bring people to town that when they come here and then they go to other places will actually increase the size of the pie.
And if you look at it, our infrastructure down that way is not ready, and that's what we need to be on board when they do this, because we have to up the infrastructure before they bring it, so,
Yeah.
right, Kerry, so that's
Just
the
make sure you
reason,
cover
that's the
it.
reason we
Well,
wanna
that's a
get into
must.
this.
You're
and
covered.
I mean, that is no
Exactly.
doubt, that's a must.
We
Has to
can't
be
handle
done.
it the way it is right now, can we, Sheriff?
Okay, so we've all agreed that we really want
Sorry,
this to go
yes.
on. but we want to protect the county as we do it.
Yes.
So that's what this whole thing is about. So, advisement?
Yes.
Okay, moving along. Permission to accept bid for jail food service. Summer, we really appreciate you. Yeah, there you are. Want to talk?
Hey, Summer.
Sure, do you guys have any questions about the?
I think I've got it on the board. I do have a question.
Yep.
The number of detainees, is that on a per meal basis? Is that on average or what?
That's just an average.
Average.
We fluctuate.
Okay, but I mean their billing.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, their billing, it's like, if we have between 120 and 124, that's why it fluctuates.
Okay.
And all companies do that. Like I said, usually the lower it goes, the higher the meal amount
Makes
is.
sense.
So,
Okay. Okay. Motion?
I'll make a motion with permission to accept the bid for jail food service Trinity Services Group Incorporated for the Sheriff's Department.
Second?
I'll second that.
Now, questions? Yes.
So, Summer, you will not need a kitchen anymore?
no, we will need the kitchen. They will come in.
They'll use our kitchen.
All right? And so the process is that they bring the food in?
Yeah, basically, they use their own companies instead of us, contracting it out. They use their own companies, and they obviously can get food a lot cheaper than we can because they buy at a bigger level.
And then you will need cooks?
Yes, they will hire their own, they
So
take.
the contract covers the expense of the cook?
Yes,
And they will hire our cooks, right?
yes, that's what they're gonna try to do.
Yeah.
Will and everything works out.
We will no longer have employed cooks. And they will have cooks, and we hope that they'll use our people.
Which they're supposed to come Wednesday and talk to our people about, trying to get them to come on.
So what you're saying is the sheriff's department will not only save on the cost of the food, but also on the cost of employment?
Yes, it'll save around about $300,000 a year.
Jeff's about to break his neck back there,
Yeah.
nodding yes.
Very good. This is a positive.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, it's
And,
a positive since we go over budget every year with the sheriff's department.
and what I like is that the food is well planned, I'll say it that way. It's just a better type of menu, so.
And they also had good reviews. Jefferson County uses them. I reached out to them. They said that they've had positive experience with them. And then Kate County, they've had them for almost 10 years, and they had good things to say about the service too. So it's a year contract. Hopefully we have, a good experience with them.
I appreciate all the hard work you've done on that.
All right, yeah, we do.
Thank
appreciate
you,
it.
Sean.
Thank you.
Yep.
Any other questions? All in favor of accepting this bid, please say aye.
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 Thank you, December.
We'll sign that.
Okay.
She has to sign that.
I need
She needs for you to sign.
You want me to now? Okay.
Okay, any other business, correspondence? Public comments?
I have a question.
Yes.
The development, the shopping center development,
Yes.
is that tax increment finance district?
No,
I don't know what
Okay,
they've
I
done.
didn't
it's
understand.
gonna be a different
It's a
setup.
community industrial development.
So does that affect the amount of sales tax, or is it the same as it is everywhere else?
Currently, that's the way it is.
Yeah.
Now, you gotta remember that that's an empty field now that doesn't generate any tax.
And you cannot use greenfield, that's what they used to call those things when you were developing, that's no longer in the state, so that's why you have to do this other where you're going out and using your income, future income devoted to the development of the site.
I'm not a big fan of TIF.
No,
Okay?
It won't be a TIF.
Yeah, it won't
they
be.
don't even have to do a pilot because they're not gonna reduce the amount.
Okay, any other questions?
It's strictly
Other
says
comments?
that 2 Farmington TIFs will pay off this year as well on top of that.
Any other public comments? Yes.
I got one question, although it was just brought up with the food services. We're gonna save 300,000. Has that been budgeted, or what's that 300,000 gonna go to now? Is that gonna go to?
Well, hopefully it'll cut the budget's, negative numbers.
Well, I think our auditor could tell you right now, or the sheriff could tell you, it's an imbalance of 100-something thousand. So if it does work, it will bring it back into balance. If it doesn't, there may be some, when people quit toward the middle of the year, not filling positions, not replacing some vehicles, that type thing, to get it back into balance. This could do it in one fell swoop.
Now, the detainees are not allowed to quit.
No, they're pretty well committed.
All right, okay. Just had to throw that in. Any other questions? Sheriff's report.
Going to be really short this time. So far for the year, we've had 163 calls. That's within the first, 5 days. We finished the year with 20,930 calls for service, so almost 21,000. Our weekly inmate population stands at 111. I know we averaged 129, 134, something like that. Right now we're at 111, 92 males and 19 females. So I want to again thank Summer for what she's done on this project. Took a lot of time. She reached out to several companies. It was researched really well, and I think it'll be a good thing for the county and for the inmates as well.
I asked the question to Mike Ryan, how do you keep the silverware from becoming weapons? And he said, well, they issue one plastic spark a day, or per meal, I guess. And then I don't know, do you maintain those? Because that could be sharp plastic, so.
Yes, they make sure when they're collecting the trays, of course, you know, things slip through the cracks,
check
but yes,
that
we do our
spark,
best.
okay.
If they're like the plastic sparks I get, they'll break.
They're really flimsy. The ones that they get are, they're like more flimsy than the ones you probably get.
Pick up salad.
Yeah.
Lowest bid on those.
Okay, well, any other questions for Jeff?
Thank
Thank you, Jeff, and Happy New Year.
You too.
Road and Bridge. Hey, bud.
We've got this room is full of bugs.
Might be.
This week, we did some trimming on Turley, Long Road, McDowell, and a resident called in on McDowell. Had a tree out there that was lightning stricken. It was dead, was gonna fall, so we went ahead and took it out for him.
And it was on our property.
It was on our property, so it worked out good. Something was gonna fall eventually. We're continually still working on Old Fredericktown. We've worked first work from DD down to the bridge, working on the second section, going from the bridge to top of the hill. We're having some pretty good success with that, getting that road widened.
Now, tell me what you're doing.
We're actually having to move the ditch lines back and then making a shelf, adding rock along the edge of the road.
Now, some of that's pretty steep.
Well, some of it is,
Yeah.
but we're having to take that dirt, take the grader, re-slope the ditches,
Mhm.
get it filled back in, get it where the water drains. A lot to it, but it's kind of a slow process, but I'm hoping we can get it widened for the end of the winter. I'm hoping late February, try to get it done, wrapped up, have it ready for spring.
And then what are you gonna do?
Then we'll, either with our own forces, we'll pave that road, or we'll put it out for bid.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be a good project to help the traffic flow down there. It's pretty narrow right now, and I think the public really.
And we do have quite a bit of traffic flow there. And we're talking about the Mennonite community. Remember that those people, the road's pretty rough right now. Remember, they travel in a vehicle that's no suspension and no rubber tires. So they have a rough ride on what we would think is not much.
Well, that, and then I know they do get some, quite a bit of delivery trucks
Mhm.
down through there. And that road's very narrow.
A lot of traffic.
And trying to swing in through there, but they've been willing to jump in and do anything they can. It's been a short haul for us, getting rid of some of the dirt. They'll take it, they'll take the wood, they'll move fences, mailboxes, willing to do anything that they can to help us get.
Is that south of DD that we're doing the work?
Yes. Yep.
It will go all the way out back to Double O.
Yeah, that's one where we put the new bridge in.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably try
Years
to,
ago.
I'll get with the state off Double O side, where that comes out on the Double O, and see if we can widen that entrance, make that better too, coming in on that end.
Well, we tried that once before, and that's why the big new entrance is over on the DD side.
Yeah.
Because you just, with the bridge there and the property ownership there, not much room.
Yeah, there ain't much there to deal with, but we'll see what we can do with that. We did some patching on Chafin Road, had a lot of potholes out there. Like I said, we've been trying to get over all of our routes that we can. The latest that I had was the asphalt plant will stop making mix on the 15th of this month. So We're trying to diligently try to work through all these routes to get everything patched up before they shut down. If not, then, that's all we can get. We can get other material, but it's 2 to 3 times higher per ton, like $120 a ton. And it only works in some pretty good sized holes.
And Brian, that's so, they carried that pretty late in the winter though.
Oh, yeah.
Normal.
This is-
Usually.
This is pretty abnormal. I mean, the weather we're having right now, even in the next week, is still looking up 40s, 50s, and later this week up in the 60s, kind of unreal. We're having good luck with that. Prison crew have been out diligently picking up trash along all the routes. Our mowers in the north have been in the area of Hazel Run, Cedar Run, North Hillsboro, Old Bismarck, Old Irondale along 32. The mowers in the trimming in the south have been County Line area, Canterbury, Madison, Brightstone, and Randolph area. We've had one of the tractors in servicing that had there's some hydraulic leaks, and got those resolved and got it back up and going. Our grader up in the north, we're checking it, getting ready for snow removal. We've got batteries in it, it's ready to go. So other than that, that's all we got.
Just useless information, which I'm good at. The reason that asphalt plant's shut down in winter, that asphalt's got to come off the truck at 300 degrees when it goes into the machine. And then the machine will roll it out and the people will spread it. And then there's a time frame that you got to get that temperature down a little bit before you can roll it. And so early on when I was here, I was talking to the guy running the compactor. I said, when do you do that? And he said, I just have to take a guess. He said, right now it's about 30 minutes. So I went to town and bought an infrared thermometer. Took it back out to him, told him to play with it. A couple of weeks later, I went back, I said, when do you roll it? He said, 281 degrees. So they knew then how to do it.
Yeah, typically a contractor, they'll run what's called a breakdown roller. He'll come and make the first passes. The second guy back on the finished roller, he'll be checking with the thermometer when it gets down to a certain degree. If you get on too soon, you're just making more, you'll never get the roller marks out.
If you get on to it so it's too hot, it's pushing. If you get on when it's too cold, it won't mesh.
Yep, this is a factor.
There's a time in there that you need to roll it. Okay, any questions? Thank you. Thank you. Any other departmental reports? Speak up, I'm running out of meeting. Any other departmental reports? Yes, no.
Filing last week ended
Nope.
for schools, cities. A couple of our schools forgot to keep the doors open so that people could file during the last couple of days. We had to call and remind them that legally they
You
have
did
to
it
keep
nicely,
open.
right?
Kind of.
Okay.
So I think next year I'm negotiating with the schools that we'll start taking the filings. Because we've had this problem each of the last 3 years because the legislature about 3 or 4 years ago made the end of the filing over Christmas.
Yeah.
And all the schools are closed, their offices are closed down, but they legally have to be open in case somebody comes in and wants to file. So I think we're gonna, they've already approached us about us taking it over since we're open all during that period of time. And in a lot of counties, they do that. And then the people for the school boards would file there and then they wouldn't have to worry about it.
Does that have to be a legislature, or can we do that?
We can do that.
We can do that.
But I have told them that I prefer that all the schools would do it together. So then that way, when we're putting out the word, we're saying, if you're wanting to run for school board, you come to Weber Road and by this date, and it's all uniform. I just think with 5 schools, picking and choosing will be difficult. This year, there was 2 of them ready to do it. I just think it'd be better if we all 5.
Will that add any extra cost to us, Kevin?
None. We're not gonna pay the people anymore to take the filings during that same period of rules, and we're not required to be open any longer for that.
Rich?
When will we see a year-end report on our sales tax and Prop P tax income?
So we're hoping, it comes to the beginning of the state actually screwed up on the website, so hopefully we'll get that later today, but it might be, typically it's about the 4th or the 5th when we receive that report. But
The
like I said,
4th or the
website
5th what?
Of the month.
Okay, the calendar day.
But Rich, that's not really an annual deal because they're always lagging behind
Yeah,
60
only
days or
2
so.
months. Yeah,
So you're getting, not the fiscal year, you're getting the year ending around October when those are released.
Thank you.
We'll for sure have the numbers up to next week. They should hopefully have it fixed in there.
Okay, any other reports? Now,
Well, I'll make a motion, we adjourn then.
second. All in favor, aye.
Aye.